The great rebellion of self. When asking what the opposite of love is, a common response to the question would be that the answer is hate. However, hate is not the answer. Hate is a symptom, for it must have a root cause. Selfishness is the root of hate. At the crux of all evil is selfishness. Therefore, the opposite of love is selfishness. Love and hate cannot be invariably opposites. God is love, yet God also hates. King Solomon said, "These 6 things doth the Lord hate, yea, 7 are an abomination unto him: a proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood, a heart that devises wicked imaginations, feet that be swift in running to mischief, a false witness that speaks lies, and he that sows discord among brethren." Proverbs 6:16-19. The love of God is to hate evil. There is a godly hatred, but it only exists because of evil. There was no hatred before Lucifer sinned. Lucifer's hatred of God derived from his envy, which came from his pride, which sprang from his selfishness. In chapter 14 of the book of Isaiah, Lucifer, being lifted up with pride, speaks in his heart, "I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will sit upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High." The very first word of each sentence, Lucifer begins with the self-centered word, I. Spreading accusations and discord among others, Lucifer attempted to undermine God by accusing God of being selfish. Lucifer demanded equality and gathered disaffected angels to his rebellion. This is where the war of good and evil began. It began with the self attempting to replace God. Lucifer was preaching Marxism before Karl Marx, thus making Marxism a misnomer. It might more properly be called Luciferism. However, that name might not have gone over so well when Satan would later establish it on earth. Lucifer preached the first communistic message of class warfare and rebelled against inequality and hierarchy. He sought to destroy the patriarch of God. It was then and there Lucifer earned the name Satan and became the inaugural social justice warrior. Heaven had become polluted by evil, but God is holy. Evil cannot abide in his presence. For this reason, Satan was cast out from heaven and set apart to a place prepared for the devil and his angels, a holding cell until the great day of judgment. God could have justly destroyed Lucifer and his angels utterly and eternally at that moment, rather than appointing a future day of judgment, but he did not. Why? Once sin was born, it was determined that of necessity there must be the maturity of sin before judgment to fulfill all righteousness. God allows the tares to grow with the wheat to make manifest both good and evil to their fullness. God has appointed a great day of judgment wherein all things in heaven and earth and under the earth will be judged. Evil forever ends at that point. That is God's plan, and that's what he tells us, so we are without excuse. God said, "Let there be light," and God saw the light that it was good, and God divided the light from the darkness. God only called the light good. God on the first day creates light in the darkness and divides the light from the darkness. Satan and his are exposed. They are indicted, arrested, cast out, and incarcerated, being held in chains of darkness awaiting trial. God is waiting on us now. Long-suffering and not willing that any should perish, it's in our court. Selfishness is the opposite of love. It dwells in our flesh. This is the reason Christ came in the flesh, that he might crucify the self on the cross. Christ is the selfless one, who sought not his own, nor did his own will, but did the will of his Father. So then, The opposite of selfishness is Christ, and the opposite of Christ is Satan. Therein lies the decision that ultimately everyone must make.